Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 7. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day, and today we are tackling something that maybe I should have done a while ago, but that's okay. And that, my friends, is mystical agriculture. There's some resources that are kind of a pain to get. For example, quartz. It's something you need a lot of, and it's not like ridiculously difficult to get, but the thing is, all of the things that we normally quarry, well, we're quarrying in the overworld, and in order to get lots of quartz, I would have to set up a quarry in the nether, which I totally could, but I could also just set up mystical agriculture and get lots of quartz that way. Same goes for other things, slime balls. I could set up a slime farm or mystical agriculture. And the thing is, if you are unfamiliar with mystical agriculture, it is essentially a mod that allows you to create seeds which will produce essence. And that essence can be for just about anything. You can create honey essence to make honey, or wood essence to make wood, nether star essence to make nether. There's even essences for unobtainium, allthemodium, and vibranium. I mean, you name it. Basically, any major resource, for the most part, I mean, obviously there are some exceptions, but most resources, you can do mystical agriculture and just produce them that way. So I think there's a few things that I want to set up mystical agriculture for. One of them is quartz, which I just mentioned, and one of them is slime as well, and probably some other stuff too. We could do cow essence, which you can use to make beef and leather. I mean, there's a lot of options. Now, mystical agriculture is not a super complicated mod, but it all starts out with this stuff over here, inferium. Inferium essence, and you can mine this. You can find inferium ore out in the world, and you can also create inferium seeds somewhere. They're in here somewhere, which you can then use to grow more. But we've got, well, quite a lot of this. 13,000 blocks of inferium, which translates to 117,000 inferium essence. So I think we're good, at least for the time being. Now, this is a mod that involves a lot of crafting, and one of the first things you will want to try and craft is a master infusion crystal, which is made using prosperity shards. Once again, you can find these out in the world and mine them as ore, and we've got, well, a lot of them. Let's see here. Prosperity shards. Here we go. Yeah, we have 16,000 of those, so we'll be okay. We've got plenty. But then it also requires supremium essence and a supremium gemstone, which is basically just a prosperity gemstone with 2 supremium essence. Prosperity gemstone's easy, 4 prosperity shards and a diamond. Not too bad. But in order to get supremium, you need 4 imperium. To get 1 imperium, you need 4 tertium, and 4 prudentium, and 4 inferium, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot of sort of progressive crafting, where you take a bunch of inferium and turn it into prudentium, and then turn it into, and so on and so forth, right? And if I remember my math correctly, 1 stack of inferium will make you 16 tertium, right? Which then turns into 4, prudentium, which then turns into 4 tertium, which then turns into 1 imperium. So you need 4 stacks of inferium essence to make a single supremium essence, is what the math comes down to. Now, you may notice I've actually already made a master infusion crystal. I made it quite a few episodes ago. Otherwise, you have to start out with a regular infusion crystal, which is pretty easy to make, but you can only use it for 250 crafting operations, and after that it breaks, whereas the master one is unlimited. That's why I say you want to make this one as quickly as possible. The next thing you need is seeds. You got to make seeds in order to make the stuff. So if we look, for example, at air seeds, you can see we'll have to make prosperity seed bases. Okay, that's easy. Regular old wheat seeds and prosperity shards. Okay, no problem. Boom, let's just make a stack of those. No big deal. And then if I want to make, let's see, let me find quartz, nether quartz seeds. Here we go. If I want to make this, oh, we got to do infusion crafting. What in the world is that? Well, that is a special type of crafting done specifically for mystical agriculture, and we need a couple different things for it. So let's go over here. First thing we need is an infusion altar. 3 red carpet, 2 gold ingots, and some stone. Okay, piece of cake. Oh, except I don't actually have any red carpet. Okay, well, I do have wool, so let's just do this. Wool. And let's just dye a couple pieces of wool red. And turn it into carpet. Okay, there we go. Piece of cake. There we go. We have our infusion altar. But the infusion altar on its own is not enough. We also need infusion pedestals. And we actually need quite a few of these. If you look at any of the seed recipes, you'll notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots. Which means we need 8 of these pedestals. So once again, let's just go wool and red dye. Each one takes 2 wool, so we need 16, so that translates to, there we go, 12 pieces, and I do not actually have enough red dye. Do I have any rose bushes? I totally do. So let's just take half of those. And there we go. That was not intentional, but it's okay. Okay, there we go. Now we should be good to make our infusion pedestals. The rest of the recipe is super easy, but we need 8 of these guys. Okay, so now you need to lay them out like this, and thankfully when you put down the altar, it gives you this handy little sort of ghost outline of where the rest of them are supposed to go, which is super useful. So all in all, and I don't actually want to do this here. We want to create a room specifically for this, which we'll do in a minute. But let's see. We need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need a 7 by 7 area in order for this to work. And then you just take your prosperity seeds, put one in here like so, and then you got to grab the necessary stuff. So if we take nether quartz, and nether quartz seeds were that, and tertium. Thankfully, I do have none of that. Okay, let's craft up some of that. No big deal. We'll just go here. I'll make a few stacks of this, and then turn it into a stack of that. There we go. So now it was just tertium 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for the nether quartz. And then I think, what was is that not right? I haven't done this in a very long time. Yeah, nether quartz here. Do I shift right click? Nope. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, 1 second. Once again, when in doubt, read the manual. Once you have a recipe put in place, you just need to activate the altar with a redstone signal. So we can throw a button on here, and would help if I actually put that in. And there we go. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. And it'll take a minute. But there we go. We now have nether quartz seeds. And these will grow nether quartz essence. Now the thing is, it's not 1-to-1. 1 nether quartz essence is not going to give you 1 nether quartz. In fact, it actually ends up being better than that, it looks like. 8 nether quartz essence will give you 12 nether quartz. So that's pretty good. That should take care of our needs as far as that kind of stuff goes. Also, if we grab a phytogenic insulator, we grab a pipe, and I should have a ender cell over here. There we go. We're just going to set this up temporarily right here. And grab our mechanism thing to configure this. There we go. So you can see this is all good to go. If we put this in here, I imagine it will take a little bit, increases the process speed. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time to grow. But there we go. It will produce seeds, and I believe it has a chance to produce multiple seeds. I think. Not for all stuff, like unobtainium. I don't think you can get an extra seed from doing it this way. But I believe if enough time passes, like if we look at nether quartz seeds, maybe not. Maybe that won't work. Which would be unfortunate. Okay, well, looks like we're not going to get any more extra seeds that way. But there's something else we can do, and that is the amazing watering can. So, first of all, we have to make a regular watering can, which is easy enough. Just got to make a couple of bowls, and here we go. Iron, bone meal, bowl, piece of cake, right? Toss that in there. Next, we need inferium, and we got to make mystical fertilizer. Fertilized essence. Oh, I guess we can just do it this way. That'll be a little easier. There we go. Let's just make a bunch of this. There we go. And then we got to make inferium ingots. So, you know what? Let's just make a stack of those as well. That's fine. Okay. So we need 4 inferium ingots. And that will allow us to make the inferium watering can, which works on a 3x3 area. Next, we'll need the prudentium watering can, which is the same, but it works on a 5x5 area. Then we could go with a tertium watering can, and so on and so forth, all the way up to the supremium, which works on an 11x11 area, which is huge. Like, that's a pretty large area. And what it does is it applies a bone meal effect in that area that you're using. Let's grab, just make sure this is full, right? Can I not? Maybe I need to use actual water. Maybe it just doesn't work on the sink, which would be a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Is it night out? It is night out. Let me sleep super quick. I gotta make a bedroom at some point as well. It's less than ideal. But there we go. And then let's just make sure some seeds require a certain amount of... require like a certain type of soil underneath them. I don't think quartz is one of those. Tier magical, tier 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can just grow this on regular old soil. So let me grab a hoe. Just take this diamond one, that's fine. And if we pop out here and go to the shore, we can plant this, plant the seed, pick up some water, and then holding right click, you can see the one probe is telling us it is growing. 14%, 28%. And it will slowly grow and grow and grow until eventually it hits 100%. Also, I do think the higher level watering can is faster, I think. We may have to test that and find out. But you can see this is still growing pretty quick, and it's not actually costing me any bone meal or fertilizer or anything along those lines at all. Come on. You got like 2 more growth stages at most. All right, well, it wants to be slow. So alternatively, you can also just make mystical fertilizer and do it that way. And that gave us more and more of this essence. It's not giving me seeds, though. So let's just use this a bunch of times. I have a feeling that I actually am going to need to create 1 seed per thing, which would be rather annoying. Yeah, okay, so it looks like it will not actually generate more seeds for you, which is different than some other mod packs I've played. Sometimes I think it's a config option that they can have where it will have a chance to make more seeds. Looks like that's not the case in this mod pack. So that means if I want to have a substantial amount of nether quartz, I'm going to have a bit of crafting to do. Which would, that's fine. I can do that. So, all right, let me craft up a few more seeds. Or, once again, another lesson in read the manual. Essence Farmland increases the output efficiency, blah, 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 blah. Crops will usually have a 10% chance to drop a second seed when planted on any tier of Essence Farmland, and an additional 10% chance to drop a second seed when planted on the corresponding tier of Essence Farmland. So that is what we need to do. You'll notice here it says resource crops do not drop a second seed unless planted on Essence Farmland. So we got to make Essence Farmland. Okay, easy enough. This is a tier 3 seed, nether quartz. So we need tier 3 Essence Farmland. And that is made with farmland, or this seems like a better way to do it. So let's do this. Let's actually just make a whole bunch of this stuff. And then make a little bit of this. And we'll make... Man, you go through it so fast. It's actually insane. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So, Essence Farmland. In order to get our second seeds, we need to find it again. Here it is, Tertium Farmland. So, go like this, grab a hoe of any kind, and let's just make a couple of these. Let's make like 4. Sure, that's fine. Now if we grab our hoe, or our nether quartz seeds, and we grab some mystical fertilizer, now I believe we should have a chance to get seeds. Not very quickly. Maybe? Do we need them to grow all the way? Because we're not getting anything at all. And this is the proper type. Okay, so... Essence Farmland. You can create Essence Farmland by either right-clicking on farmland in the world or by crafting it. Okay, we've done all of that. Maybe it needs to still be watered? I'm not actually sure. Let's go find out. This is experimenting. Let's see. So if we go, let's just put it down right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, not you. Here. Does this become fertilized? maybe we need to manually break it. Okay, so it does look like this can become fertilized, but I still have not, or not fertilized, like hydrated, I guess would be the right term. But I still haven't actually gotten any seeds yet. Like, at all? So, I don't know. Maybe it is disabled. Like, I've broken quite a lot of these, and in theory, I should have a 20% chance for this to work and produce an additional seed for me. But I've gone through, like, almost 2 stacks of this mystical fertilizer now, and still nothing. So, I don't know. So, little fourth wall action here behind the scenes. I looked in the configs, and that is why we can't get secondary seeds. And I'm sure some of you will probably run into this as well, so I figured I would show you how to quickly check the configs and change this if you want to. So you got to go to your all the mods directory. It'll look something like this. It'll probably be, I'm running out of multi-MC, which is a different launcher, but it'll probably be somewhere wherever your curse stuff is. You go into the Minecraft folder, you go to the config folder, and you scroll down until you find one of these two. Mystical here we go. Mystical Agriculture -comma.toml. This is what you want to open. You could, I use Notepad++, but if you don't have that, just regular old Notepad on Windows will work just fine. You open this up, and you will find, should crops have a chance of dropping a second seed when harvested? Secondary seed drops equals false. If you change this to be true, and then save it, and obviously do this after you've closed the game, then you will be able to get secondary seed drops. However, I'm sure that change was made for a reason, so I am not going to do that, and we're just going to play the way that, at least in theory, the mod pack developers intended. So in that case, I'm going to have to make a whole bunch more of these nether quartz seeds. So let's grab a bunch of prosperity seeds. Let's grab a bunch of nether quartz. We'll grab I'm going to make like a stack of these, I think. So we need 4 stacks of this, and then I will also need to make some tertium. I'll need 4 stacks of tertium, in fact. So that means I'm going to need a bunch of that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And now I can get to crafting lots and lots of nether quartz seeds. After doing some thinking, I've decided not to do slime as a mystical agriculture thing. I think we're just going to do it using our mob spawners, and we can actually make a slime spawn egg by going, actually all of this stuff is in my inventory, I believe. Yeah, here we go. We can just take all this stuff, dump it into our system like so, and then we can make 2 slime charm fragments, like so, grab a regular old chicken egg, and boom, we have a slime spawn egg, which now I should be able to put into here. I think it's the skeleton one that isn't working. So let's just do... Actually, let's put it on that one. And let's just see if that'll start spawning slimes for us. We're getting... Oh, although I just realized, if it does spawn slimes, I'm not actually going to be able to pick up any of the things. Also, I need to turn off my magnet. There we go. Are you spawning slimes? turn on the light, because it shouldn't affect, like, I would think that slimes would still spawn. Maybe this won't work. Maybe you can't get a slime spawner for some reason. I just want a couple of slimes. Please? Okay, we got blazes. Lots and lots of blazes. No slimes, though. What if I make another spawn egg? I mean, we have so many of these blaze rods at this point. We have so many blazes that we don't really care if I convert one of these blazes into a slime spawner. Will that work? Pretty please? Okay, skeletons are good. I just need to see, like, one slime spawn, please. Please. That's all I ask. It's not looking good. I guess creepers and slimes it will not work for. So, I guess I'll have to explore an alternate method. Okay, so here's the setup I've decided on. Basically, we are using universal pipes from the pipes mod down here that is feeding power, water, and also stuff, items into this guy. So let's do this. And what we need to do is go distribution round robin on the item coming out of this ender chest here. And what that means, it'll go an item here, and then an item here, and then an item here, and so on and so forth. So that's basically how this is going to work. Back at my refined storage system way over there, I am exporting nether quartz seeds into into this brown ender chest. So that's kind of my plan. And what we're going to do is basically put a couple of seeds in each, like so. And then as these produce their material, they should be producing the nether quartz essence and also one single seed. So what should happen is, since I've got a handful of these seeds, they'll go into the system and then they will get exported back. So you can see 4 seeds and it produces the thing and back to 4 seeds, just like that. So as long as you have, I mean, basically you would need like 8 seeds of any type to make this work. And then this thing will essentially just run infinitely and produce nether quartz essence for us. So that will take care of our nether quartz problem. As far as the mob thing, I've got like so many potential different options for that I haven't actually done any of it yet. So I'm gonna figure out one, and I want to do something that we haven't done yet. So well, we got some options, but let's just put a couple of these on there, throw that. That will give me quite a lot of nether quartz essence. Up to 32,000, which will produce quite a lot of quartz should I need it. And then I just need to go external storage. Also, gotta lock. I just realized you're not supposed to be there. There we go. Gotta lock this. So you've got, yep, that's all good. And then we just need to throw one of these external storage things onto it. It was this one right here. Priority +1. There we go. Okay, so now we should be good to go. That should take care of all of the stuff. We'll take all of this out and just throw it back in there. And we'll now be producing nether quartz essence. And then the nice thing is we can use this same setup for a lot of different types of seeds. So it should work pretty well. We could, in theory, set this up. This will actually work for unobtainium, which is pretty cool. But, I mean, there's a lot of options here. For now, we're just going to be producing our seeds and our essence. But in the future, we may add more other things to this. Unfortunately, though, I am out of time for this episode, so we'll have to continue this project later, including making this look much prettier. And expanding it so we can have... what I want to have is basically 4 of these phytogenic insulators for each of... for whatever type of seed I'm doing, except for maybe some of the crazy ones like unobtainium and stuff like that. So I want to design this to essentially have like modules in this room, but that's a project for another day. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.